Dak, 30 seconds. Tell me about George Pickens.
Yeah, so George Pickens just got a huge boost in his value this offseason. They just got rid of Deontay Johnson, so he's the clear, unquestioned wide receiver one in that offense. They also brought in Russell Wilson as his new quarterback, so you got much improved quarterback play than in previous seasons. He's got all the talent, like I said. It's just about producing on the field, and with no really target competition around him, the sky's the limit for George Pickens.
All right, so we're going to get into some trades. Before we start, the format for these trades is a 12-team start 10 Superflex league with a 1.75 10 premium and 4-point passing touchdowns. With that being said, Dak, are you taking George Pickens or the 110?
I'm going to take George Pickens. Just looking in that range of players, you're looking at like Lad McConkey, maybe Xavier Worthy, Trey Benson, like all those guys are fine. I'll take George Pickens, who's established in that offense or any of those guys.
Jeff?
Pickens.
Agree? Make that the 109. What are you thinking?
Like a little bit different, but like I still leave Pickens there. Like that's probably fair value for Pickens.
Yeah, you may be looking at like maybe Brian Thomas Jr. is available there, maybe a quarterback. I don't know. I'll still take Pickens. I just like Pickens enough.
All right, let's move up to the 108. Is that finally the breaking point?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 108 over Pickens, just the caliber of players that are there. Maybe a quarterback, maybe a Brock Bowers, maybe a Roma Dunze. Like there's guys that could fall to that 108 that I don't necessarily think are falling into like the 110, 109. So I'll take the 108 there.
All right, you agree?
Yeah, I agree. With all this team recently with J.J. McCarthy, Brian Thomas, the 108 has picked up values, especially in a 12-team league where there's some QB scarcity, and a 1.75 where Bowers obviously gets a nicer bump than any other kind of league. I'll take the 108 just for the chance I can get those players. If not, Odunze could be there too, which is really a nice piece.
All right, so now we're looking at a tier up. Jeff, would you rather have Pickens and the 107 or A.J. Brown?
It's close. Even in this kind of deeper league, normally you lean package, but AJ's just too good and too far ahead of Pickens. I'll take AJ Brown.
Dak, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's a deeper league, so usually you do take the package, but I just don't think Pickens has shown enough to warrant taking AJ Brown. We love Pickens, but like he needs to do it first. AJ Brown has been doing it for years, and the 107, it's a good player you're getting, but like I just don't think Pickens and that player is good enough to offset AJ Brown.
Yeah.
All right, now let's make this a super deep league. I'm talking 14 teams, start 10.
Yeah, I mean, you give no choice at that point. I'm going to take the package just because you need starters so badly. There's 140, I believe, if my math's right. Yeah, you need starters to fill out your lineup, so I would take the package.
Concur?
Yeah, I take the package, but like, it's going to be that crazy deep of a league for me to consider that size.
All right, so now we're looking at a tier down. Dakota, would you rather have Pickens or Zay Flowers and the 206?
I'm going to take Pickens there. Flowers is a guy I've talked about in recent videos, just about his lack of upside in that Baltimore offense. And then the 206 doesn't really move the needle for me. I'm not really sure who you're getting there. Maybe like a day 2 draft capital running back. I'll take Pickens there just because the upside's much better. I like that situation.
Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll take Pickens. The 206, just if you move that up, maybe 202, 203, like I'll probably think about it a little harder. Maybe even take Flowers and the 203. But 206 is just too random. You never know what you're getting at that point, especially in a 12 team where obviously that's going to back that 206 up 2 spots and compared to a 10 team. I'll take Pickens.
All right. Now, we looked at a big tier up. Let's look at a more minor tier up. Would you rather have Pickens and a 25-second or Jalen Waddle? Let's go to Jeff.
I'm going to take Jalen Waddle just because there's obviously no pick number attached to 25-second. Could be anywhere between 201 and 212. Just too random for me to warrant taking the Pickens side. I'd rather just take Waddle, somebody I have a tier above Pickens. With a random 25-second with no further context behind that, I just want the Waddle side and take the safer receiver.
Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, I understand the thinking there. I am going to take Pickens. I think Pickens, he's a tier below Waddle, but it's kind of similar, similar talent maybe, guys that maybe haven't hit their ceiling. I think Pickens definitely could hit his ceiling. I'm just not sure about Waddle, especially with Tyreek Hill there. And this 25-second, it could be a really good second. We don't really know. But yeah, I feel confident enough in Pickens and just rolling the dice with that second, and I think I would go that the package.
All right, sounds good to me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to check out other ones. We just did our wide receiver rankings that is going to have Pickens shooting up. So if you want to see more George Pickens content, go check that out. With that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.